Okay, guys, welcome to round 9 of Prospect eRacing League, Tier 1 on PC. Today we're racing at Imola in Italy. The Autodrome Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari, better known as Imola. It's a 4.9 kilometer track. It's located in the town of Imola in the Emilia Romagna region of Italy, 40 kilometers away, 40 kilometers east of Bologna. It's one of the few major international circuits to run an anti-clockwise direction. The circuit is named after Ferrari's late founder Enzo Ferrari and his son Alfredo Dino Ferrari. I'm hoping for some exciting racing today. If you guys have any questions during the stream today or the broadcast, please do let me know, and I'll do my best to answer. As you guys can see, short qualifying, 18 minutes. It is raining here in Imola. That's going to be exciting, hopefully. Rain makes for some great racing sometimes. Sometimes rain makes for some really bad racing as well. And let us just set the set everything up here. Let's get the fastest lap, the detail on the tires. Okay, so we have Mr. Metatron on the inters while the rest of the drivers are on full wets. Lap data, enable track map, full track map. There we go. Now we are ready to see the drivers in qualifying doing their very best. And guys, if anything happens weird, if anything weird happens during the stream, please do let me know. I will try to fix it. At the moment, I'm trying to fix some sound. I can't hear anything at the moment. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll just go back to the screen and I will try to fix the sound right now. Okay, so it actually seems like it's a glitch in game that makes the sound disappear, which is quite weird. Okay, there we go, fixed it. Let me know if it's too loud or anything, guys. Yeah, we see Flux Animus here in the Alpine on the full wet tire. Owen, you can see switching between the inters and the wets, not knowing which option to go for. It seems like it's not raining too hard anymore. So you might want to go with the inter tire and wait a little so the wet drivers can clear up the track, and we have a yellow in sector 3. Bit of a lock up coming into turn 2 there, which that is actually turn 2. The little kink right after the start finish line to the right, that is turn 1. Only 2 drivers on intermediates, although Owen is still in the pits. Flux Animus coming up to the McLaren of Creakery, it seems. Yep, Creakery right there. So we don't have Tom in the race today, who is usually racing in the McLaren. So Tom is not here, although we do have Arrows, our championship leader, I think. Let me just see. Actually, I think Arrows is still a championship leader, although I might want to check that out. Yeah, really understeer here. Creakery retiring from the session, probably due to a crash. Let's see if we can spot them. No, just went past. What about right here in this camera angle? Yeah, Creakery seems to be in the wall up there to the left, so that will be probably a snap-on exit, trying to get the power down. Arrow's provisional pole for now. Of course, it is very, very early in the session, and long time to go, and probably clearing up even more during this session. I'm just trying to find the standings right here, which is apparently quite hard. There we go. Okay, yeah, Arrow's still in the lead of the championship. So yeah, John Meister will have something. He'll try to have something to say about that today, definitely, as John Meister is also in contention. Although they did have quite a difficult race last time round in America on COTA, Circuit of the Americas. So Inter tire from Meta puts them into P3 for the moment. Arrow sets another quick time, 126.130. It seems like it's drying up a little, so drivers are able to go quicker and quicker for every single lap, which is why Arrows set an even faster lap time this time, probably. Bunkers also improving. Meta. They're gonna want to improve even more on those Inters right there. I think we might see the Inter being the faster tire in not too long. At the moment they are second off pole position, although Owen has not gotten out of the pit yet. Maybe because he just wants to wait it out until the track gets a little drier, not risking anything, putting it into the wall like Krikri did early on in the session, before they even got to set a lap time. Spawn retired as well. Let's see if we can jump on board with somebody. No, that's the wrong car. Let's jump on board with T for real here and see if we can find Bunkers' car anywhere. That was Unleashed getting out of the way. I think the Red Bull of Spawn, sorry, not Bunkers. I think the Red Bull of Spawn has been cleared away from the track now. As we ride on board with the Red Bull of T for real. T for real has been really competitive this season as well. Whenever they've been in the race, they've definitely been in contention for race victory. Really quick, especially in qualifying. Yeah, so a couple of drivers yet to set lap times. Sushi Tray, as we see T for real spin off, keeping it out of the wall, luckily. Nothing major, maybe some flat spots on the tires, although I don't think that's going to be too bad at that speed, and also it is wet, so the friction in the track will be very low. Let's see if T-Free goes for another one here, or if they decide to go into the pits. Okay, another push lap for T-Free and the Red Bull here. Let's stay on board then for this lap. Sector 1 here. Just flat out here and braking really hard to turn 2 it is, and 3 right there. Using a little bit of exit curb. You can go flat out through there in the dry. Not sure if you can in the wet. Probably not, as it is going to be very slippery. Really quick section, this sector 1, coming up to a big braking point in the hairpin. It's 0.37 seconds quicker than their own personal best. So definitely improvement already. Probably due to the track getting drier and drier. Arrow still on provisional pole. John Meister has fitted his Ferrari with intermediate tires. As we see a big snap of oversteer for T for real there. That is that lap ruin, sorry. Might set it, although it is not going to be very competitive, I don't think, with that time loss on oversteer there. Owen on an outlap now. We will jump on board with Owen in just a second when we see if Tiferi decides to pit or go for another one or finish this one. Tiferi stays out. Let's see what the lap time is. Close to the wall there, and is it improvement? Don't think it was, mate. Don't think it was. Maybe another hot lap. No, it was invalidated. That's why it wasn't an improvement. Let's jump on board with Owen on that intermediate tire. You see the rear end of the Haas car right here. Trying to get some heat into those inters. Really crucial part of a hot lap is to have the right tire temperatures. As we see, John Meister in front also on intermediates. Really competitive driver. Arrows has fitted the inters as well, and I think we might see all of the drivers go for the intermediate tire, as I am pretty confident it is going to be way quicker now as the track is drying up a little. Even though we still see rain coming down, I think the downforce is sucking up the water enough, and even quicker than it's falling down again. So let's see if Owen has anything to say on this particular lap. Deep on the brakes into turn 2 there, using a lot of exit curve there as well. Seems really nice here in the first part of sector 1. Exit curve there, you can use all of that. It's very flat. Big hairpin here. Tricky to get the power down on exit, although Owen does manage to do that quite nicely. Another driver to take a look at is John Meister, at the moment on a push lap as well on the intermediate tire. I think John Meister will be able to improve quite a lot on the last lap time, and therefore putting them into provisional pole, although I am not completely sure. Arrows also on an outlap now, sushi trash outlap. So is then Walker. Oh, that was GBIA slowing down, letting Owen past. Final 2 corners here. Oh, actually not. That is turn 18 right there. We still have turn 19 coming up, and turn 19 is right here, flat out down the straight. And let's see if Owen can do anything. P2 for Owen at the moment, 125. That's a second quicker than Arrows, although still a little bit off John Meister. Actually 6/10 off John Meister exactly. And Owen will be looking to improve that lap time. Let's jump on board with Arrows, as they fitted the inter tire as well. Using a lot of curb here. Invalidated lap, as you can see down on the track map in the bottom right. It is completely red all around, which means that the lap time has been validated. As Village Jensen goes for provisional pole, 1:23.898. Quick lap from Jensen, which I think is just showing us how much this track is actually drying, because that is quite a lot faster than Mr. Meta, who is currently in P2. Arrows here, braking deeply into turn 2, really nicely. Nice and tidy through there. Looks very decent. Ross IRL provisional pole now, 1:23.661. UBIA still on the full wet in the pit lane. John Meister improves again, 1:23.4. That's 2/10 quicker than Ross IRL, and more than 4/10 quicker than Jensen. So I think at the moment it's about being the last person to set a lap time. That will definitely be helping you out quite a lot, as the track is drying every single second at the moment. I don't see any rain coming down right now, so sector 3 yellow, and we see purple sector 2 for Arrows as well. So this is probably going to be quite a quick lap. You see the change of direction, even in the wet, for these Formula 1 cars is absolutely rapid. They have so much grip in any conditions. Throttle on exit here, turn 19, flat right-hander, stay as close to the wall as possible. Yep, 122.2, that's over a second quicker than John Meister's lap time. That's absolutely rapid from Arrows right there. And I expected nothing less from them, as they have just been doing a great job all season, and really in these qualifying sessions as well. T for real on an out lap. Let's jump on board with them in the Red Bull car. And guys, remember, if you guys have any questions at all, please do write them in the chat. I will try to respond to them the best I can. Still not seeing UBIA out on Inters. Quite interesting. Maybe they're waiting for the last second to go out to to basically gain as big of an advantage as possible. T for real here, starting his hot lap right there. That's the line. Up into 8th gear and full push down this straight. Braking really deep here. Chicane, turn 2 and 3 here. Really nicely done. High speed left-hander here, turn 4 it is. Turn 5 and 6, really quick chicane coming down here. And then turn 7 is going to be quite a big hairpin. Big braking zone, really tricky to get on throttle on the exit here, but let's see, T3 managing it quite nicely. As we see yellow flag in sector 2 behind T3, just someone slowing down to let someone else past. Really quick left-hander this turn 9 and 10 and 11 here. Flat out right-hander in the dry, maybe a little lift or braking even in the wet. Turn 12 and 13. 14, 15 make up a chicane up here. You can brake really late. We saw Charles Leclerc taking the Sarge curb a bit too hard in real life at the Grand Prix, and basically making the car go into the air and losing control of it. Yeah, UPIA is on intermediates now. Let's see if T3 can improve on their lap time. 127.996 is the last lap, and now we see 124.324. There is definitely an improvement, but I don't think it's what T3 would have been hoping for. I think they would hope for even more than that. Maybe this is the second push lap in a row. I think it actually might be. Let's oh, wrong button. Let's open up the telemetry. Yeah, T3 definitely seems to be pushing. One wheel, 2 wheels into the grass, actually the outside wheels right there, really pushing, reducing all of the track. You do need to be careful with track limits though, really hard on the brakes there. UVIA up ahead, sorry, on an outlap might get it in the way. No, I don't think they will. Oh, as they actually cut the chicane in front. T3 is trying to get on power here. Don't run wide there, that's important, because your lap time might get invalidated due to track limits, of course. Coming down here, turn 17 and 18. Almost just Lesmo 1 and 2 on Monza, but in the other way around. A little bit of oversteer on exit of turn 18, turn 19 here, flat out right hand. Let's see if T3 can improve, and only 124.0, not what they have been looking for in this session, I don't think so. Although we do have Arrows on provisional pole for now. Arrows improves even more, and that is a dominant time, 121.845, sorry. Let's see if Ross IRL can do anything about it. Full throttle here up the straight, and doesn't seem like it. No, 122.5. Then Walker into the pits. They won't improve, although John Meister will improve, and he does into 122.649, which is provisional P3 for the moment. Let's see if Susie Trash has anything to say though, because that was a really invalidated lap time, so Josh won't have anything to say there. That was quick entry to the pit lane there, letting the AI slow down. Win on low fuel mode, that won't be an improvement, no. Owen has retired. Let's see. Yeah, Bunk is into the pits. Jonas has finished the session, so I think that is qualifying over. Arrows P1 with an absolute brilliant lap time, 121.845. That is absolutely rapid on 5-lap-old Inters, showing that tire life is actually pretty decent on those tires. Ross Idle P2, P3 was John Meister taking up that second row place, that first place in the second row. Let's go through the qualifying grid in just a second.
It wasn't for him. Everybody hates him, but you can't blame the guy. He's a businessman, a very good businessman. He's taken.
So we have Arrows P1, Ross Irl P2, John Meister P3, Dan Walker P4, Jensen P5, Unleashed took P6, P7 was Sushi Trash, P8 goes to Win. T-Real took P9 in his Red Bull, Mr. Meta P10, P11 was Rage, Flux Animus P12, P13 PIL Owen, sorry, and P14 was YBIA.
Which I think for university people, 0 hour contract's brilliant, or for college people, because I was on 0 hour at McDonald's, it worked perfect for me.
Okay, so race coming up now, 50% race around Imola. This is going to be an exciting one, hopefully it is. Imola is at least on my top 3 favorite track list, if not top 1 actually. I think Imola might be my favorite track of all time. The sun is shining here in Italy, so that might be interesting. Of course, the drivers have had the weather forecast before qualifying, so they have probably set up the cars for dry weather, unless it is going to race later on in the race. I unfortunately don't have the weather forecast, so I can't tell you. Although in 2 seconds we'll be on the grid, and we can see which tires the drivers have opted to start on. We see arrows on the hard compound. This is the formation lap. Don't worry, didn't miss a start. Arrows on the hard tire. Let's see what everyone chose to do. Yeah, Arrow's the only driver on hard tires actually. The rest of the drivers in top 8 are on soft. C4Real going on the medium tire. Mr. Meta and Rage P10 and 11 on softs. Flux Animus mediums. Then we have 2 soft runners in Owen and JBIA. Bunkers medium, and the rest are on softs. So I think we might see some interesting and some different strategies as we see the AWS predicted pit stop strategy pop up there. Yeah, hopefully some exciting racing. Arrow is going for the long run, probably a hard soft strategy. That would be my guess, although I cannot tell you for sure. Ross, bit more aggressive, wanting to take the lead on the start probably and getting ahead. And yeah, probably a soft medium strategy, although that might not last the race, as it is 50% race. It is 32 laps around Imola here today. So drivers are weaving a lot on the track here and giving the rears a bit of heat by doing some wheel spin, clutch dumps, although they don't have a clutch in these cars. Of course, in real life you do have a clutch behind the steering wheel, but in this game you can't use it for anything other than the start. But these 1000 horsepower engines are plenty to throw the wheels around up until 4th gear pretty much, so they'll get some heat into the rears by doing wheel spin here, to get the best possible launch of that starting line or starting grid. Sorry. But yeah, drivers lining up in their positions here. Let's hope we can get a better camera angle actually. Maybe not. So the final driver's Kree is just lining up right now. This is not a... Okay, there we go. That's a better camera angle. Arrows on the right hand of the McLaren. Let's see. We have 5 lights and it is lights out. And away we go. A bit of slow reaction time from Arrows, I think. Yeah, and Ross really taking advantage of that. Also on the softer compound, of course. Don't see any carnage yet, although that might change here through the chicane as... Yep. That is Ross IRL spinning around with a bit of contact on Arrows'... that will be the right rear wheel, sorry. A lot of position change going on. Let's jump onto position change graph here. We see 2 drivers, Spawn and Jonas, already up 7 positions on the start. Yellow flag, that is... Oh, and we have a big crash. That's Rush. IRL is out of the session. No, that's not him. That's Sushi Trash out of this session. Absolutely disaster. And that is the Ferrari of... Is it John Meister, I think, who also got involved in that accident. And we do have a virtual safety car out on track. That was a very big accident, taking Sushi Trash completely out. And probably ruining the front wing on... John Meister's car, so they might have to box for a new one. They'll be happy with the virtual safety car then. Although Jensen up into P2, that's a great start from them. Really taking advantage of the incident or the accident that happened in front of them right before. Spawn and Jonas now up 9 positions, both drivers. That is great first lap for them. T for real coming into the pits. Probably nose change as well. Yep, front wing change. And the hard tires are going onto that Red Bull car. Although T for real is the only driver to box right now. John Meister staying out, it seems like. So, and the VSC has gone away. So we are back to racing conditions here at Imola. Jensen and Dan Walker looking to get offensive or yeah, very aggressive probably on Arrows here in the start, as they do have the soft compound. As you see, Jensen running really close to Arrows up here, maybe even a slight touch, not completely sure there. Jensen just sending the threat there by showing himself in the mirrors, trying to get as good of an exit as possible, although that was not a great exit, compromised by how close he got to Arrows. Let's see here on the exit of turn 18. Turn 19 here. Jensen gaining with the slipstream. Yep, that is simple slipstream pass for Jensen there. Yeah, getting past before the braking zone even, and that is it for the lead right there. Jensen into P1 for now. DRS has just been enabled on lap 3, which means that Dan Walker will try to make his way past Arrows as well. Probably on this lap, as Jonas retiring right there. Let's see if we can spot what happened to them. And that's another virtual safety car already. Let's see if we can spot the Mercedes of Jonas up here. Yeah, and that is into the wall. That is crash retirement right there. 3 retirements on lap 3. That is really, really early. Jonas putting it to the wall there. Really unfortunate for them. Although Dan Walker will be able to recharge their battery during this VSC, meaning that they might be able to attack even more aggressively. If the virtual safety car ends right about now, I think Dan Walker would be delighted with that, as that means straight is No, okay, 3-second time penalty. I think that's the second time penalty actually. I think they got a 5-second earlier, so that would be 8 seconds added to the race time. Although I think the 5 seconds will be taken in the pit lane. Of course, Dan Walker not allowed to overtake here with the VSC. John Meister coming into the pits. Not a wing change, just a tire change. Let's jump on board with Dan Walker as they try to get past Arrows here for second place. Let's jump on board down here with Flux Animus battling with Win as well actually. They are really close to each other. Both cars on the medium maybe Win? No, Win is in the soft compound. Rage 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That would be track limits then. Let's jump on board with Dan Walker once again. Taking a lot of curve there. Not able to follow Arrows that closely through sector 3 it seems like. And the cars behind are getting awfully close to Dan Walker as well. Let's jump on board with Mr. Meta getting actually getting past Rage right there. Yeah, both cars got DRS wide open. Coming down this start-finish straight. Oh, that almost went wrong, and it could still go wrong. It did, luckily. Drivers managed to keep them clean, or keep it clean through there. Someone's asking about which tires everyone's on. There we go. Arrows was the only driver to start on the hard compound. Qualifying was in wet conditions, so they could start on whatever compound they wanted to. So Arrows starting on the hard tires, going for the long run, pretty much. Let's see if Owen can get past GBIA here, Ferrari versus Haas. Owen just showing himself in the mirrors, and Unleashed in the other Haas is up ahead. Maybe they might do some teamwork, making Unleashed back off a little and let UBIA have to slow down, spawn with another 3-second time penalty. So yeah, the field is forming some gaps around the track here. As you can see, T3 all the way in the back. Really unfortunate at the start, had to box for a new front wing. Fortunately for them, it was under virtual safety car, so they did not lose too much time. See if Owen can do anything down this start-finish straight here, coming out of turn 18 and 19, the flat-out right hand here. DRS open before 19 actually. Let's see. I think Owen might not be able to do anything, as EVA of course also gets the DRS on Unleashed up in front. Although Owen is going for the inside down here. Is it going to work? Little bit of contact, I think, but that was a move by Owen, and he did make it work. Oh, that was a close one, as UBIA just threatened Owen once again. Flux Animus 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's really unfortunate. Not a penalty that you want to see. Let's jump on board with Arrows. Mr. Meta seems to be falling back on Arrows, and then Walker and the other Aston Martin is getting closer and closer actually. Yeah, Aston Martin battle here. The Aston Martin behind P4, Dan Walker, does have the DRS, and they do go for the outside move here in turn 2, and does. Oh, that was a beautiful overtake from Dan Walker right there for the final podium position. Although it's a long time to go, as Owen has gotten past UBIA and Unleashed his teammate. Let's jump on board with John Meister in the back here. Oh, seem to be slowing down for the virtual safety car. And why do we have a virtual safety car? I cannot tell you yet. I don't see anybody falling down or anybody retiring, so not sure what happened there, to be honest. But John Meister had to back out of that overtake, and they will be quite annoyed with that, because that was probably quite a safe overtake. DRS and Slipstream, and even probably a better exit as the VSC ends right there. DRS has been re-enabled. Dan Walker getting awfully close to Arrows as well in the other Aston Martin. Mr. Meta trying to follow, and also the Red Bull of Spawn actually, and even Rage is pretty close in that battle as well. But Dan Walker trying to get as close to Arrows as possible. Down the straight here, no battery is being deployed, or overtake is, of course, battery is being deployed, but overtake is not active. DRS was though getting a lot of time down the straight, and Arrows running quite wide, missing his apexes there. Yeah, then we're getting very close now. Let's see if they can do anything in this lap or next couple of laps. Up the hill here, really quick left-hander, and Arrow seems to be pulling away a little now through this very fast section. Of course, with the dirty air, it's going to make it tricky. Although Arrows does make a mistake there, and that allows Dan Walker to get all close again, and taking a lot of curve there. Let's see, Mr. Meta, another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Sorry, Rage 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Creaky 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. A lot of penalties going on today. Yeah, we saw that in America as well on Coda last week. Quite a lot of penalties being handed out. DRS is open now for the Aston Martin of Arrows, of Dan Walker. Charging up on Arrows. Arrows just managing to stay ahead here, as Dan Walker was a bit too far behind. Spawn has managed to get past the other Aston Martin of Mr. Meta though, in the meantime, in the Red Bull car. Yeah, I think we might see this battle going on for quite a long time, to be honest. Jensen keeping P1 comfortably, pulling a little on every lap, increasing the gap a little, although not as much as I would have thought. Yellow flag in sector 2, that is the Alpine right there of, is that Bonkers, I think? Yeah, that is Bonkers, yeah, who's slow, probably with a spin. Let's see this train of cars getting closer and closer to Arrows for every single lap that goes. Spawn will be looking to make a move on Dan Walker as well, probably down this straight, where Dan Walker probably had other plans, but now they will have to defend, as the Red Bull is going for that final step on the podium. Yeah, definitely outside move here from the Red Bull of Spawn. Will that work? No, it won't. Dan Walker managing to keep his position. For how long though? That is the question coming down here. Turn 5 and 6. Really quick chicane coming down to the hairpin here. Big braking zone, and we see the Red Bull going for the outside move. Is that going to work? It might actually work on exit here. Let's see who gets the better run up to turn, that must be 8, 9, 10, right? Yeah, exactly. Coming downhill here, really fast right-hander. Dan Walker manages to keep position, although Arrows is pulling away now, since they are battling behind, so Arrows will be delighted with that. Although, I don't think Dan Walker will. Mr. Meta, another 3-second time penalty. Let's see everyone's penalties. So 11 seconds for Creepy, that's the biggest one so far. 9 seconds for Rage, 6 seconds for Mr. Meta. We also have the 8 seconds for Flux Animus down in P14. 3 seconds for the Ferrari of UBIA in P10. Why I'm not seeing John Meister? Okay, John Meister's in P12. I just couldn't find them on the list. Dan Walker getting very, very, very close now. What's happened to Spawn? I've missed that as I have been looking at other cars. Boxing. Let's see if Dan Walker can get close to Arrows. Jensen falling back now, actually. Maybe tires are starting to drop off, those soft tires. They might not work that well anymore. 11 laps, not too long, although we are running 50%, so the tire will be accelerated. Sector 3 yellow, that's the McLaren of Krikri. Oh, there we go. Krikri is parked right here with a spin in turn 18, I believe. Virtual safety car for Krikri. I think Krikri was parked on the track on purpose, actually, to make that safety car come out. Which 5-second time penalty for Krikri as well for speeding in the pit lane. That will probably be penalized if Krikri was stationary on purpose. Jensen 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Not what you want to see at the moment. Of course, we see all the soft runners boxing now, as you don't lose as much time boxing under a safety car or a virtual safety car as you do when you're boxing under green flag conditions. So yeah, T4 gaining a lot of time now on the hard compound, actually getting past Krikri and yeah, just Krikri, sorry, they are lapped down, so T4 just unlapped themselves. Virtual safety car has ended, and Spawn got a drive-through penalty for speeding on the VSC. T4 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings, so we see a lot of penalties today as Krikri, I think, goes. Oh, that might just be me. I thought Krikri went straight on there. Arrows comfortably in P1 now, although Mr. Meta is not too far behind. Let's see the tires of both cars. 11 level softs for Mr. Meta. Can't tell you why they didn't box before. Probably I would have probably stopped in, although they had every single chance to do that. Dan Walker, of course, boxed, so it might have been a double stack, but I still think it would have been worth it to box under the VSC. Yeah, especially because Mr. Meta is coming into the pits now for hard tires. Not the strategy I would have opted for, but maybe Mr. Meta knows something that I don't. As John Meister is making their way up through the field in that red Ferrari right there. Move on rage here. I think we might see a move. Yep, that is Slipstream, and that is DRS working its magic right there. No overtaking or no overtake active, as you can see on the steering wheel. Let's turn on the telemetry. The telemetry once again, so we can see everything down there. Battery 22% there. Arrows 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's crucial. We saw in Coda, Circuit of the Americas last week, that Arrows actually lost the race because of a penalty, which that race then went to Deal, who's not with us today. Deal's not racing. Krikri keeps on going off track. Don't know what's happening there. Maybe just not enough practice. But yeah, let's see if anything exciting happens in this. Well, we have more than half a race left. We have just over half a race left, so it's going to be exciting racing. Hopefully for the last what's that? That's going to be 18 laps. Yeah, 3-second time penalty for Krikri once again for multiple warnings. So Krikri, ooh, you should probably slow down a little and keep the car on track. Yellow flag sector 3. Couldn't see who that was. Yeah, field is starting to spread out quite a bit now. Spawn goes into the pits from P9, promoting Owen into P9, of course, and Win into P10, final points position. Let's see the gap to the leaders. Oh, there we go. Yes, you can see bottom 3 drivers are already a lap down. So they probably won't be able to do much in this race, although Jensen is 19 seconds, Bungus is 12 seconds, although Bungus has not boxed yet. Oh well, Bungus has boxed, but only once I think. Wait, let's actually see that, because now I'm confused. No, Bungus has not stopped yet. That's just my bad. Sorry. So yeah, Bungus on mediums. Probably going for a one-stop strategy as well. This is the Alpine of Bungus, although let's jump on board with UBIA actually, because they are pretty close to the driver ahead. No, UBIA just had a spin or something, maybe some contact put them off track right there. Sorry I didn't quite catch that, but yeah, that's really unfortunate for them. So yeah, at the moment, UBIA, Bungus and Arrows are the only 3 drivers yet to stop. So they'll be looking to do that in not too long, I think. Let's see the tires once again. Yellow sector 1 and 2, that is cleared very quickly. UBIA right there getting 3-second time penalty. Another penalty on those 14 lap old softs. That is that's some old softs, as Owen catches up quite a lot. Let's jump on board with them. So yeah, the field, as I said, is just spreading out quite a lot right now, which means that we don't really have any battles going on, although UBIA boxes now allowing Owen to get past down the straight here. Yeah, just waiting for some action to happen at the moment. Really hoping that we can get some soon enough, although I do think this is going to be a strategy race. Don't know how long the medium tire will last. Only one way to find out really, and that is to drive on them, and I haven't driven in this game in quite a long time, so I can't really tell you how the tires are behaving. But I think the mediums might do around 18 to 20 laps probably. Not 100% sure. Yellow sector 2, that's a Red Bull. That is T for real, parked up on the curb. Staying parked, I think. No, okay, got moving again. The Red Bull car. Yeah, really unfortunate getting lapped by P8 right there. That was. So not T for real's race today. Definitely can't say that we've seen some great performances from them earlier in the season. Although not really today. This is Jensen currently running in P3. Although P1 and 2 has not been into the pits yet, and Jensen seems to be doing some decent pace right now. As you can see, he might be promoted to P1 when Arrows boxes. Not completely sure. That depends on quite a lot of factors actually, depending on how long it takes until Arrows comes into those into the pit to change. Probably for soft tires is my guess. We have another yellow flag. That was the Red Bull of T for real again, I believe. I think they were just slowing down to let the leaders pass for the second time. So that's 2 laps down for T for real, I think. Yeah, really unfortunate for them. So we see quite a lot of mediums and hard tires on these Formula 1 cars at the moment. Spawn is the only one running on softs. 5-level softs. I think Spawn went from soft to soft, to be honest. Not completely sure, but I think they did. And guys, by the way, if you guys do have any questions at all, please do ask them in the chat. I will try my best to get back to you. Arrows with another 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings for track limits. That's going to help Jensen. who also does have some penalties coming out up on a back marker right here. Although it is a ghost car, so Jensen will be able to drive right through it. Let's put the gap to leader once again, so we can see how far behind Jensen is. 21.8 seconds, so it is right on the limit. Jensen getting DRS right here, really nice. Getting DRS because of the back marker, and Jensen will be happy with that, definitely. But he will have to push quite hard if he wants to catch arrows, I think. I'm not sure how much time you lose in the pits, but I think it's around 20 seconds, right? So it's pretty close, the battle for first, actually, even though they aren't nowhere near each other at the moment. But then, of course, we will see arrows on probably the soft compound for the end, for the final stint. Meaning that fresh softs are definitely quicker than worn out hards. So I think arrows might have the strategy over Jensen today. Not sure though, not sure. Anything can happen in this league. We've definitely seen some exciting things happen. As Bunkers dives into the pit lane right there for a set of softs, I would guess. That's what they are putting on. Yeah, soft tires going onto that Alpine car. Down to P4 now. P5, P6 even. Yeah, rejoining in P6. Estimator getting past John Meister. Their Bunkers falling down behind Great as well. Yeah, Jensen not really gaining on arrows. It's a pretty constant gap, although arrows will have some wear on those hard tires, and definitely starting to feel it soon. That is not arrows ahead right there. That is the McLaren of Krikri, who's 2 laps down at the moment. 3-second time penalty for UBIA for multiple warnings again. Track limits. We've seen a lot of track limit penalties today. As we see, that's Krikri going off. Once again, Krikri really having a tough time keeping this car on the track today. A lot of off tracks. Definitely not ideal for today, for the race. For any day, any race, pretty much. But Jensen keeping that gap pretty consistently to arrows, as we have a battle going on down here actually between Messameta and John Meister. The Aston Martin on 7-lap-old hards and the Ferrari on 16-lap-old hards. Oh, that was my fault right there, sorry. Let's jump over with Mr. Meta in this TCam view, as Rage gets another time penalty, 3 seconds for multiple warnings once again. Is John Meister pulling away from Mr. Meta at this point? It seems like it. Oh, that's a mistake right there from Mr. Meta. That's not what you want to see. Let's put the gap back to interval. Let's jump on board with the Williams of Win. Trying to get ever so close to Owen's gearbox, Ferrari gearbox on that Haas car, and trying to make a move. Spawn 3 time penalty for multiple warnings, and Spawn actually also in this battle, as you can see right there, and the Red Bull right behind. Both Win and Spawn are going to want to make up a position right here. Bunkers fastest lap on those fresh soft tires, which that makes very good sense. DRS will be open for both these cars. Another 3 time penalty for multiple warnings. Will anybody be able to make a move here? If anybody is able to make a move, it is Win down the inside of Owen. Although that is way too deep, losing a position as well. Oh, that is really unfortunate. Let's see up here again. No, falling back. Let's jump on board with Spawn now. As Spawn tries to make a move on Owen. Sorry. As we see, Arrow's fastest lap on 22 lap old hearts. That's impressive right there. That is a full push. Jensen losing some time as well to him. Round the outside for Spawn. Is this going to work? No. That was a very risky move as Owen spins out. Yep, and that is really unfortunate for Owen. That is going to be very, very costful. That spin right there. I think it was just too much pressure and then running wide. Not sure though. Win really close again to Spawn here. Let's see what happens. Rate another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane this time. Spawn dives into the pits as well. Spawn on 10 lap old softs. So that'll be a 2-stop for Spawn. And that is fresh mediums going onto that Red Bull car. Rage onto fresh softs. Softs will definitely do the distance at this point. So any drivers who have been on other tires, on mediums or hards, of course you do have the mandatory pit stop with mandatory 2 different compounds. So you need to you can't run softs through the race. You do need to fit 2 different compounds onto the car. So that's probably why Spawn has boxed for mediums, as I think they started on the softs and then boxed for the softs. So yeah, not ideal for them. Creed 3-second time penalty as you see them up ahead. Arrows coming into the pits here, or coming out of the pits, sorry, on soft compound as well, as I was just talking about. Promoting Jensen into P1, which is what I was also talking about, although Arrows is a very, very, very quick driver, and especially on fresh rubber, compared to Jensen's wearing out hard tires and Dan Walker's wearing out mediums. I think Dan Walker will have to do another pit stop. Rage also put on soft. I did mention that before, I think. Yeah, feel this gapping a little once again, and not too much happening right now. Yeah, Jensen just, they'll try to push as hard as they can to the end now, keeping that P1 right there. Let's see the penalties. Actually, Jensen has 5 seconds, and Arrows has 6 seconds. So Arrows will have to finish a whole second ahead of Jensen if they want to win. 20 seconds in penalties for Krikri at the moment. Not ideal, and most of them are 3-second time penalties for track limits, for multiple warnings. Not ideal for them either. Not an ideal day. We have seen better from Krikri, no doubt about that. As Jensen storms down here, Arrows with another 3-second time penalty. That is a crucial part of the race, actually, as Jensen now has an even better chance of winning the race. Although nothing is sure until we cross the finish line on the last lap. John Meister 3-second time penalty. That's their first penalty of the race. Yeah, John Meister currently running in P4. They had quite an unfortunate start, if I am not mistaken. I think John Meister was one of the people to fall back in one of those first lap incidents. Arrow's fastest lap 1:16.292. That's no surprise. So Arrows is scary fast. You see that's more than 2 seconds faster than Jensen's fastest lap, as we have Oh, as Dan Walker comes into the pits, I think. What? Dan Walker has been into the pits. That's my mistake for missing that. Or what? No, I don't think that. They probably have. I can't find my way around this right now. Yellow flag sector 2. That's a Red Bull parked. Getting it going again, and that is through turn 12, I think. On exit, spin on exit of turn 12. That is a virtual safety car right there. Then Walker will be annoyed that they just pitted right before that virtual safety car, because you do lose less time boxing under VSC or even normal safety car. Creakery another 5 second time penalty for speeding the pit lane this time. Oh, this is going to cost Creakery so much. 31 seconds of penalties are going to be added to that time. That's absolutely insane. Creakery DNF. Yep. So that is the race over for Creakery. That's I did expect that to happen at some point. T for real now running P14, which is last place at the moment. We had 18 drivers at the start. 4 of them have unfortunately retired. 3 of them on I think third lap we had 3 retirements due to crashes. So now the biggest penalty is for Rage with a 20-second penalty. That's still big penalty, but look at this. Arrows is right on Jensen's tail, and I don't think Jensen will be able to keep Arrows behind on those very fresh softs. Let's jump on board with them though. Oh, wrong button, sorry, my bad. There we see Arrows just really aggressive on Jensen here. How long will it take to get past Jensen? I don't think it will take long, and there you have the answer. I think that is move made. Don't think Jensen has anything to do now. 5 seconds penalty for Jensen, 9 seconds for Arrows. That's 4 seconds ahead. Arrows needs to finish, although already 1 second between the 2 drivers, so I don't think that will be any problem for Arrows. Now Jensen will just have a main focus of finishing on the podium, I guess. Let's jump on board with John Meister here battling with, that will be the Williams of Win. Tifril retiring as well from last place. An on-track retirement, which brings out the yellow in sector 1. Weird that they didn't do it in the pit lane. We are being asked to see the tires on the drivers. You can see them right there. Jensen on 15 lap old hard tires versus pretty much fresh softs. So no chance for Jensen to following Arrows there. Let's jump on board with the Haas for Unleashed, getting closer and closer to Mr. Meta up ahead. Oh, I think it's the opposite way around, to be honest. I think Mr. Meta has gotten past Unleashed on those fresh softs versus those old mediums. Jensen almost out of the 4 second interval that he had to be in to win the race. Although that wouldn't even be enough, as Dan Walker. Also, Dan Walker doesn't have any penalties, so we might actually see a victory from that Aston Martin. Not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see. John Meister, fastest lap on soft compound tire, brand new set. As we see Dan Walker just lapping the Ferrari of UBIA, I believe. Let's see gap to leader now. Oh, wrong button again. Yeah, if Dan Walker could stay within, well, pretty much, yeah, 9 seconds, that's going to be a victory for Dan Walker. Unless they get a penalty here in the last bit of this race, of course, that is possible. Dan Walker also getting closer and closer to Jensen, it seems like. Oh, I don't think so actually. Jensen seems to have a lot of straight line performance down this this main straight. Really rapid down that straight. So that's definitely that's a setup thing, as everyone is on equal. Yeah, everyone is driving equal cars. Cars are all in the same spec. Everyone has the same performance setup. You are allowed to change that, so some drivers might be running less downforce, some might be running some more downforce, straight line performance or speed, cornering. What do you want? That's the thing. You gotta find the right balance, as that's how you go quickly. As Dan Walker drops out of that 9-second gap, so probably won't be a victory for them. Sector 1 yellow flag seems to be an AlphaTauri that is rage actually. Let's see from Arrow's POV if we can spot that AlphaTauri car anywhere. Yep, that is a crash into the wall. On that left hand side, Mr. Meta 3 time first multiple warning, sorry. Can't even talk now. Arrows here, our leader, running comfortably ahead. Let's go back to interval and penalties so we can see how it looks. Arrows, another 3-second time penalty. That might mean something. 12 seconds. Jensen also more penalties. John Meister penalties. So it's going to be tricky now for Jensen even to stay on the podium. They will have to run faster than Bunkers. Not sure what tires Bunkers are on. Let's check that like this. That is red tire wall, it seems like. Yep, that is a soft tire compound on the Alpine of Bunkers. Can Jensen stay ahead by 8 seconds? Maybe. But the big question right now is, can Dan Walker stay within 12 seconds? Nope. They have dropped out now. So unless Arrows gets another time penalty, which is quite unlikely, Arrows will just have to drive it safely now across the finish line. That would give them the win. Although, of course, they can't lose too much time. They gotta stay at just around this gap. Actually, this pace seems great. Actually, it's more than enough to take the victory for Arrows. Let's see if that's what's going to happen here. Coming through final couple of turns here, sector 3. Really quick chicane right there. Turn 16 right-hander here. Turn 17 left-hander. Lesmo 1 and 2 in reverse, I usually say. Lesmo 2 here, that would be, or Lesmo 1 actually. But that's turn 18. Turn 19 up here. And then the finish line coming right after that. And that is a victory for Arrows, unless Dan Walker can do some magic right now, which I don't think. And Jensen might not even get that podium. Depends. Jensen unserved penalty, 5-second time penalty right there. So yeah, that's off the podium right there. Only just by 41 100ths of a second, or 41 1,000ths of a second. Sorry, my bad there. But yeah, Arrows, your race winner for the day. Well, once again, actually, not just for today, but also for today. Arrows winning another round, extending his championship lead even further. Yeah, great drive from them today. Strategy really worked out. We're just waiting for the final couple of cars to cross the line right now. Owen takes P9, I guess. Yeah, P9 Spawn coming across the line in P10 for the final point. driver today, Bungus. Bungus definitely did a very nice job today. Although let's see this podium with arrows on top. Then Walker P2 and P3 was Bungus. I'm pretty sure. So that was the race today, Imola. Great track, absolutely loved it. We had some more action last week, although not a bad race. Hopefully you guys will tune in next week. We are not completely done yet because we will just be going over the finishing order here. TTV Arrows took his I don't know how many victories he's had, but he definitely took another one today, and quite nice one. Then Walker P2, Bungus took P3 for the final podium position just in the end, taking Village Jensen on penalties. Jensen P4, John Meister P5, P6 was Win, P7 goes to Mr. Meta, P8 on Leash. Owen took P9, P10, the final point position, sorry. That went to Spawn. YBIA P11, P12, Flux Animus, P13, Rage, P14, T for real. Guys, I gotta say a huge, massive thank you for watching today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it a lot. We got some racing. Not as much as last week, but next week it's going to be even more exciting, and I am pretty confident, or I'm sure, sorry, I'm pretty sure that round 10, last round, next time round in Bahrain, it's going to be the championship decider. So you guys should definitely tune in for that. So do remember to like the stream if you, of course, enjoyed it, and subscribe if you guys want to see more. Of course, subscribing with the bell with the notifications turned on means that you get a notification every single time that we stream. And you guys shouldn't just stick here watching tier 1 on PC. You should watch tier 1 on PS, tier 2 as well. We have Xbox leagues. We have tier 2 PC league tomorrow as well, same time tomorrow. So do watch that. It's going to be very exciting. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream, hopefully.